Alright, welcome to another Space Luchador program. I am your host, the Space Luchador, and today I have a question that I'm going to answer. Why must men pursue the truth? Well, I got a couple of reasons, but I also have a video that I'm going to show you, the how to. And it's pretty simple, hard to understand, but let's go ahead and jump in right now. Before I get started, help me help you by liking, sharing, and subscribing. You can also buy me a coffee if you want to support my efforts, if you want to help build this next level platform, a whole new look and dive into the game of love and war. You want to know all the secrets? This is the place to do it. So there you go. Help me again by buying me a coffee. There it is. The link is also in the description, or it should be. All right. So let's go ahead and get started on why must you pursue the truth, especially if you're a man. All right. Forget about everybody else. A man. Why? Number one, right? And this is probably the best one. If you do not pursue the truth, basically you are lost in the sauce, everything from top to bottom. Because believe it or not, the truth, right, has to do with everything that is being a man. Believe it or not, and all the problems in the world that you see there behind me, right? Believe it or not, that's why. Number two, if you want anything in life, again, as a man, the truth is a very important, if not the tool to have to build up everything, all the tools, all the skills, everything you need, right, to get what you want as a man, okay? And third, right, perhaps the most, I don't want to say the most important, but perhaps a very telling one, right, is it's your duty as a man to pursue the truth. Now, you can go either path, right, because you need it, because you want it, and third, because you must. All right, so to this I got a little clip for you, and I'm going to show you now how it's done. This video is not going to be too long, so let's jump in.
Do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth.
There you go. Now I know. Well, you didn't explain nothing, Space Luchador. What does that have to do with the truth? Well, that's the whole point. This is the how-to. If you came to this channel, Space Luchador program, you will get not only the reasons, but the how to. Understand, he is trying to bend a spoon there, right? Reality. This reality that we live in. All of this. Trying to bend it with your will, right? But like the spoon boy told Neo here, right? Do not try to force bend it. That's the point. Rather try to realize the truth. That's the how. Now, it's hard to understand, and I use this, right, make it seem all like, epic and mystical and all that other stuff, but trust me, you got to understand it. That's why I do the visualization. That's why I use this scene. Now, here we go. I'll show you the rest of it, right?
What truth?
There is no spoon.
That's the truth. Number one, that's the truth. Once you realize the truth, in which it was the tool that was holding you back, right? Then you can get to the answer, the how to, right? Now I know it seems a little, what the hell are you talking about, Space Luchador? Well, the spoon could be anything. In this case, the spoon is going to be represented, right, by a woman. Okay, stay with me. Now, you're trying to force Bender, right, into whatever it is you want her to do, right, and all the good stuff. Love you, like you, respect you, whatever it is. You're sitting there trying to do it. It cannot be done. It's impossible. That's what the kid is saying. All right, it's impossible. Why? And you'll hear it here first. Because you're forcing it. Understand? Now, let me show you.
There is no spoon?
Then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends, it is only yourself.
And there you go. Now I know, to me, it's so simple, profound, has all the meaning in the world, just like that. There it is. There's the answer. There's the how. But I have studied all this, right? I've been through it. That's why I used this example, right? I'm showing you the truth. That's why I claim to show you the truth. So now that you have a visualization and somewhat of an explanation, because I could go into details to it, but to answer the question, why you must pursue the truth, because the truth is where all the answers lie. And while it is a little thing, it's just a little small little dumbass detail. That's what makes all the difference. Because you see, if all of you out there, right, or every other coach or everybody that you've ever talked to or asked a question to, right, tell you the same thing, and it's the classic, well, just communicate to her that you love her, or ask her what she wants, right? And I know it makes all the logic and sense in the world, right? Or sense and all the logic in the world. But understand, that is not the truth. That's the problem. That's why you must pursue the truth. Now, what is the truth? Right? There is no spoon. Understand, there is no communicating. There is no asking, right, what she wants and what she feels. And once you understand that, right, once you understand that simple tweak, that understanding of the truth, the actual truth, then you can see what it is that you're doing, right? Now, I use again the movie and this scene to explain it to you in the most easiest form. Now, while it is hard to understand, I get it, I know, right? You gotta be interested. You gotta be like, right? And philosophy and all this other stuff. But understanding what I'm saying is indeed the truth. That's another thing. If you do not have what it takes to pursue the truth, then you got a whole nother problem. Right? That's why the whole point is you must seek the truth. You have to want it. You have to seek it, right? As they say, ask and you shall receive, right? Look and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. It's the same thing, only said in different forms, right? But the point again is the truth. Now that's the truth. And then we'll end with this. I'm going to give you, my viewers, I hope, not only an understanding, but something that you can truly use. This will open up the door to future ventures with the Space Luchador himself. I, new viewers, will understand. This will change everything. Understand, when they say, just communicate to her and everything's going to be okay. Understand that you are never communicating with her. That does not exist. That's the point. That's the truth. That's the part. That's what I'm saying. Right? That's the part where Spoonboy says, rather realize the truth. Oh, what is the truth? There is no spoon. Now there is no communication. You are playing a game. That's what I've been saying. You've been playing a game. It's a game of chess. She says something, you say something, right? She brings something up, you bring something up. She does a move, you do a move. Now understand, what I just showed you right there shows you there is no communication. And I know how hard it is, and it's so taboo, and it's so out there, right? But trust me, that is what's going on. Now I'm showing you behind the scenes a little, but that's what it is. You don't believe me? Sit there for 1 second and try to actually communicate in a relationship-based situation with your significant other, girl, girlfriend, side girl, whatever it is, and actually try to communicate to fix a quote-unquote problem. There is no communication. Some call it manipulation, right? And other stuff. But my point is this, right? My point is that you must understand the truth. And most of the truth is this, is that it only goes one way. It does not go both ways. Stuff that they can do is stuff that you cannot do. That's another truth. Right? And once you understand that, we will be 1,000%, forget about 100, 1,000% better off. I'm not saying to quit. I'm not saying to replace, go your own way, take your little ball. I never said that. I said, understand the truth. And maybe, perhaps, if you're willing and actually get it and understand, you yourself will be able, just like Neo here, at some point, and I'm telling you, because I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I have learned this skill, which is why now I'm sharing it with all of you. All right, now let's finish it off.
The Oracle.
Well, look at that. And there you go. Now, there's way more I could explain about that, but like I said, in due time. But as you saw there, right, the movie represents what I'm basically telling. The spoon bent the way Neo turned. Once you understood the truth, that is how you bend the spoon. Now, if you got any kind of value, if you're interested in any kind of way in what I'm saying, you can go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Now, if you really want to take it to the next level, like I said, you can buy me a coffee. Here it is, right? Also, you can call you and buy me a beer, right? Same thing. And help me, right? Again, support, build, make this platform bigger, and I can show you with greater tools, because this is a one-man team. But to circle around, why should you as a man, that's the key word. That's another truth that I'm giving you, by the way. You as the man, why must you pursue the truth? Well, because you have to. That's 1. 2, you want to. And 3, you need it. And you could almost say that all 3 are basically saying the same thing, right? So understand, either way, whether you want to or you do not, at some point you're gonna have to, period. If at any way, shape, or form you want to win in this game of love and war, Now, if you're not interested in love, perhaps war, maybe not even that. You just want to be better off, right? You want to be good, chilling, whatever you're calling in this world that again is right behind me. You want to be a success. This, believe it or not, is still applied and applicable. One and the same. In business, in everything. So there you go. So I hope you understood a little bit of it. Again, it is hard to explain because it is pretty willy-nilly, right? And it does seem a little mumbo jumbly, right? But there it is. Why must you pursue the truth? Just like that. Because you need it. Because you have to. Because it's the only way. Why would you want to live in a lie? Why would you want the blue pill? Why do you want to sit there and be the mark? You want to be played? Ain't nobody wants to be played, right? That's the whole damn point. Now, if somebody has to get played, well, shit. Hope it's not you, right? So maybe you can start being the player and maybe start winning the game. So there you go. I will see you on the next Space Luchador program.